Alright, trainers, it's that time! That's right, it's time to take on the Pokemon League! The Elite Four and the Champion. So, I have not yet really talked to these people in here. No matter how many times the Elite Four defeat me, I'll keep moving forward with my Pokemon. Well, good for you, pal. Understand what type of Pokemon each of the Elite Four uses. That is a shortcut for victory. Well, that's just lovely. Anyway, what do you have to say? Alright, cool. Prepare here. Alright, whatever. Oh, now one thing that I totally forgot, actually, in, the Victory Road episode, okay? Gonna show you this really quick first, and then I'll show you my team, and then I'll start fighting the Elite Four. I'll break this, whole Elite Four and Champion fight into episodes. So, you know, you'll see one Elite Four, and then the other, and then the other, and then the other, rather than have it smushed into one episode. So, what was I going to show you? Remember this little maze thing here? You know, the ruins and the Victory Road exterior, the outside of it? Well, there was something I totally forgot to point out, and I didn't even notice it until my second playthrough of the game, because it is pretty hard to notice, actually. Let's see, where did it go? Oh, it was around here somewhere. It's actually a hidden passage. Oh, maybe it's over here. Oh, here it is. See? You would barely even notice this. But look. This little tunnel leads you over to TM1, Hone Claws. It's not super duper useful, but it's still an addition to your TM repertoire, so pick it up, trainer. Get that thing. Yeah, I know, it's pretty well hidden, actually. Pretty well hidden indeed. Anyway, time to take a look at my team before taking on the Elite Four. What do I have? I already went ahead and I stocked up on all the items. I'll show you that in a second too. So, really quick here, let's just bring them in the order that I got them in. Seems about right. Or at least the right way to do it. Wow, I really had to switch them around. Okay, so, we have Scaleave, my superior. It has Coil, Return, Leaf Blade, and Light Screen. Now, I did get rid of Dragon Pulse. That was hard to do, but I'm thinking, you know what? Set up a light screen with the light clay equipped, start coiling left and right. It just becomes pretty tough to take down. And Dragon Pulse, I've used it against a few dragons. It's nice and all, but being a jolly nature, I've noticed it just isn't hitting that hard. So I got rid of it. I know it's tough, but I think that'll be fine. Next up, Marriland, with that mighty 178 attack stat. I think that's right. No, 158. That's right. No, that's 178, because it's doubled. So, yeah, Marriland here. I did keep Surf. Now, this is a little interesting. I could get rid of it, but I happen to know that there's like an Aggron around. So having a special base attack is kind of nice. I also couldn't really think of too much else other than Return, but really between Waterfall, Superpower, and Ice Punch, I'm pretty much set. The Expert Belt's there just for extra oomph for that type coverage. Then we have Magneto, who also has an Expert Belt, because I was thinking, oh my goodness, you still have Flash. That's supposed to be Thunder Wave. Whoops. Good thing I checked. So this will be Thunder Wave, just to paralyze things that are annoying. And then Flash Cannon, Thunderbolt, and Signal Beam. Should handle the Psychics pretty well. Actually, a lot of things. And that massive special attack. Wow. Then we have America, who's bearing the Silk Scarf. So Return will do a lot of damage. I did put Superpower back on because, you know, it never hurts. I know I'm going to come up against a few Pokemon who could benefit from being hit with that. Then Vesuvian. I actually left him alone. Probably could get rid of Curse for something else, but don't really know what else. Don't really need anything else. Flamethrower and Earthquake's really all I need. And then we have Sakurai, who I went with both jump kick and high jump kick. And there's a reason for that. That 5% accuracy can make a huge difference. For those times where I just want to do some damage and not worry so much about missing, I have jump kick. And then for those times where I really need to take a risk and I need to do extra damage, I did give it high jump kick. I was looking, and I mean, it could learn rock slide, but really jump kick's going to be just as effective anyway. It just seemed like the right thing to do. I did give it acrobatics. I totally spaced and forgot about that, but then I thought, well, you know, I don't know. I went back and forth on it, but I ended up giving it the flying gem. So at least the first use of acrobatics will work out nice. And fake out. I love this move on it. It softens up the foe right away, which is pretty cool. So those are the Pokemon I'm bringing in here. Let me just fix that Thunder Wave problem really quick. And I'll just do a quick little rundown on moves, or not moves, items. Okay, Thunder Wave, where are you? Oh, I didn't even buy Thunder Wave, whoops. Oh, man. It's not a big deal. You know what, I'll just give it Charge Beam instead. Maybe I can use this if they're, like, weak or something. It isn't a big deal. Alright, I'm probably gonna regret that, aren't I? Oh, well. I'm tired and I don't care. Yeah, well, at least I'm honest, right? So, items to stock up on, okay? This is important. I have plenty of Hyper Potions. Full Restores are good to have. Revives, very important. You should have plenty of Max Revives. Moo Moo Milks are good for healing, for cheap healing outside of battle, but not so much inside. You got the Hyper Potions for that. Then there's the Castelia Cones for healing. Try to have Ethers and Elixirs and stuff. That's a pain if you run out of those. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I could use the PP ups I've been accruing. Got quite a few, and look at that! 14 rare candies. If I wanted to totally overlevel, I could give each of my Pokemon 2 and still have 2 left over. I'm not going to do that, though, because you know what? It seems like every time I fight the Elite Four and the Champion, I'm always overleveled. Other important items to have. These can really help make a difference in your fight. I'm not kidding you. The X items, as they're called. The beauty of these is you can just slap a few X defends or X special defends on a Pokemon in the beginning of the fight, and you can just turn it into a wall that will only be broken by a rogue critical hit. So putting that on your, well, just buying a whole ton of them and then using those on your Pokemon if you're struggling. For instance, if you save before each fight, just in case you don't want to lose, which is a good strategy. Especially because if you lose one, you have to start them all over again. As this guy will tell you. Yeah, alright. Well, cool. Sounds good. Give me one more second. Okay, but yeah, they are so useful to have because if you use those with healing items and proper strategy, you can pretty much win any fight, assuming you're at least somewhat decent of a level. That's why I strongly recommend them. Anyway, we're ready to take on the Pokemon League. Oh yeah, so good. So, here it is, the Pokemon League. Now, inside, you can fight all 4 of the Elite Four in whatever order you want. Now, I'm a big fan of just taking them on in the standard order, going clockwise from left to right here. So just like that. But again, you can feel free to do it however you want. Now again, because I keep saying again, right? No, one more time, I'm going to be doing 4 episodes for the Elite Four. Got it? 1 for each of them. This will just make it a little nicer, a little more compact, and you get to see each one of them individually. So let's start off over here, where we will find, well, first of all, we'll find it's been redone. All of the Elite Four have had their rooms totally remastered. Check this out. Look, so spooky. Oh man, this looks cool. Whoa. Oh man, that's awesome. That is awesome. I can't leave now though. So, the first member of the Elite Four that I have to take on is Shauntal. And she'll lead with a Cofagrigus, so having something that can handle a Ghost-type Pokemon is definitely a smart move. What am I gonna do against that? Don't even know. I know I have Shadow Claw, but it's not like it does that great. I think I'm actually going to lead with Vesuvian, and there's a good reason. It loves to start off by using Will-O-Wisp on you to burn you. So let's take out Shauntal. That's part of a novel I'm writing. I want to write down the event that happened on that day. Sorry, it has nothing to do with you. Well, excuse me. You're a challenger, right? I'm the Elite Four's Ghost-type Pokemon user, Shauntal, and I will be your opponent. Well, here we go. Elite Four number 1 versus Shauntal. Yeah! Get your face out of that book. Okay, so she has 4 Pokemon on her team. The first one she'll use is Cofagrigus, level 56. I'm gonna go with Vesuvian here, just see how that works. So many different ways to handle this. I think what I'm gonna do is use, could go for the curse. Could be handy. I'm gonna go for it, why not? And I actually outsped Cofagrigus. Wow, that's rare. Now, unfortunately, this thing has only special-based attacks. So, it's not... Oh, man. That's not good. I really didn't want it to lower my special defense. Hopefully, this doesn't knock it out. Oh, yeah, you're... Really? Twice in a row? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Am I feeling lucky? Go for it, Vesuvian. Oh, I was really hoping the Quick Claw would trigger. That was the worst. Oh well, at least it's set up for some of my other Pokemon. For instance, I'm going to use America. Shouldn't have used a Curse in the first place, but I guess it worked out alright. Let's use Shadow Claw. Actually, I guess I would have been better off using Fly. No! 1 hit point left. Ugh. It's so bulky. And now all she's going to do is just use a full restore. I know, they love to spam those items. It's just terrible. Only you should be able to do that. Right? Okay, let's take this thing out. Hopefully it doesn't burn me. Although even if it does, I think I'll be okay. Oh, man! Alright, well, I'll be fine against this. But I'm gonna want to switch out afterwards. Are you kidding me? Wow. I mean, that was way less than half damage. That's just weird. You lucky mummy, you. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do this the hard way now. Drift Blim. Actually, this is pretty easy. Magneto's pretty good at handling ghost types. I mean, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Actually, that's kind of a lie, because a lot of her ghost types, they do pack moves that can really mess with something like Magneto. Drift Blim is not one of those Pokemon, though. She does have a Chandelure, and that's what I'm talking about. That thing will not get along so well with Magneto. But I have another strategy in mind there. Yeah. So, she has Golurk, and it is kind of annoying to fight. But, it's a ground ghost type, meaning it's weak to grass, meaning it's weak to water, even ice. So it does have a variety of weaknesses. In this instance, I'm going to take it on with Marriland and smack it good with Waterfall. Now, the Waterfall versus Aqua Tail debate, it's a close one, but I'm going with Waterfall just because of the accuracy. Aqua Tail doesn't usually mess me up, though, so that's at least a good sign. Now, this Chandelure, be careful with your Water-type Pokemon. It does have Energy Ball, which can do some pretty heavy damage because it has very high special attack. Yeah, I know. That's kind of scary, huh? But it, oh, critical hit. Nice. It can be taken down. It can be taken down. It just has a variety of moves. I mean, it has Fire Blast, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, and, I think even Psychic. You were just that impressive. Cool. Well, the first member of the Elite Four has been vanquished. My Pokemon and the Challengers Pokemon. Everyone battled even though they were hurt. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. So when you're done, step on this little green tile and you'll be teleported out. And as you can see, any of these little tiles that have been lit up means you've beaten that member of the Elite Four. So next time, we're going to take on the second member of the Elite Four. Elite Four Grinsley and his Dark-type Pokemon. So, I'll heal up my Pokemon before that, and I'll see ya in the next episode of Marriland's Pokemon White 2 Adventure!